director at Culinary, who joins us today here. Nice to have you. You're dressed for work. You've got the white.
I'm ready to go. I'm always ready to go, though.
Hey,
Yes, you are.
The
Kyle.
food industry doesn't stop. You know?
I have to ask you. This is totally inside baseball.
No, sure.
White chefs always wear white.
Terrible
Of all
idea.
colors, right.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because you're in the kitchen, you got stains and grease and.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably one of the messiest people in a kitchen. The more space you give me, the more disaster you have on your hands. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't clean as you cook?
Well, that's what I teach.
but why would the white come into? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a professional chef ever that hasn't worn white.
Well, they have like other colors too, black. And
I've seen neon green. I've seen pink. I've seen black. I find the people that wear the black ones tend to not wash their clothes. So that's why I at least wear the white one. I'm like, you see this? You see this? Yeah. OxyClean, baby. You know? You let people know. But.
Okay. All right. So, but there has to be a historical reason. I guess maybe because if it's white,
nice and crisp and clean,
You're-
like a tablecloth.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Pristine.
Yeah, definitely.
Pristine.
So what's going on in the wonderful world of culinary arts these days? I'm just curious.
Well, all kinds of stuff. To tell you the truth, mostly lies.
Yeah. Okay.
People believe something because their mom said it or their grandma said it. And today I'm here to, we're going to play MythBusters a little bit.
Okay.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah. And I hear all sorts of things. So one thing that you'll hear is people go out to a restaurant, they order a steak. They're like, well, I want my steak bloody red.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
like
not-
the accent that
Do
you
you
just
like
put
it? Do you
on.
like? I can do all sorts of other ones. You know, I'll break them out for you. But the truth is, it's not blood at all. People are like, oh my gosh, it's blood. I don't want to touch it. It's gross. It turns out that it's actually a protein called myoglobin. Just like chlorophyll turns grass green, this is a protein that turns your meat red. It's just water. That's all it is, reacting. So the more active the animal is, the more red it's going to be. But
Really? So if you order it medium or you order it rare, medium rare,
you
and
just
a little
want it
redness-
watery, that's all.
Okay.
You want it juicy. You want it tasty.
You know, I've
delicious.
seen.
So can you order it? I'll just want it juicy.
But I've
Yeah,
seen. I've
ooh,
seen.
that'd be a good way to order it.
I've seen
All right.
restaurants, and they make it very clear on their menu that we don't like cooking rare or almost raw meats. We don't
Really?
think it's. Yeah, I've actually been to a place where they said, table next to us, they were saying, guy ordered a steak and he wanted it rare, and they said, we'll do it, but we just want to let you know that's not. We don't think it's the proper way to cook a meat. It's almost like taking a perfectly good steak, a porterhouse steak as an example, and just incinerating it.
Absolutely.
I can't stand that, and I can't eat it raw. I like mine to be pink in the center, as it were.
Absolutely.
I think I'm probably like most people when it comes to food. I want it cooked. I don't want it over or undercooked.
Absolutely.
You know?
So a lot of those rules are going to come from the USDA.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
They're trying to make it safe for everybody.
Right.
You know, they don't want you getting sick. One of my favorite ones is chicken has to be well done or cooked to 165 degrees.
Or pork too.
We were just talking about this yesterday.
Really?
As a matter of,
Yeah.
oh
That's
yeah,
crazy. Well, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
cutting boards and making sure everything's clean because you
Yeah.
could get sick. And
Yeah,
that
it's
sort of
nonsense. It's all nonsense. You know?
Really?
What about pork needing to be also?
So pork shouldn't be well done. You're ruining the pork.
Right.
You're ruining the chicken. All right, so there's two things that kills bacteria. Well, there's many things that kill bacteria, but two main things, and that's time and temperature. So to cook it to a certain temperature, that means instantaneously. Your food is cooked.
Yeah.
If you give it enough time, then you can lower the temperature. So chicken, I never cook my chicken to 165 degrees, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that! Oh my God, I'm never gonna eat his food again." But the truth is that if you hold it at 160 degrees for at least 15 seconds, boom, bacteria killed. If you hold it at 155 degrees for 45 seconds, boom, bacteria killed. And that's the main reason that my chicken is juicier than everybody's.
You know what, too? It's funny. My dad likes to cook. He makes his own breads and things like that. He really enjoys it. And we were laughing because he had a recipe for pork chops, because I've always had a terrible time cooking. They usually show up like shoe leather.
They can be tricky. They can be tricky to make.
And he came up with a magazine that he gets, and it's basically a cold pan recipe for cooking pork chops, and it's marvelous.
Really?
It is. But then again, the next month, the same publication came up with you got to put this sucker on the heat and lay it in there fast. And it's just interesting that you can take a particular food type and cook it multiple different ways and end up with the same thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't have to lose your mind over cooking something.
I have a question for you. This has nothing to do with, well, kind of.
Well, that's fine. I'm going to make up the answer. So
We're talking about myths. When they say don't ever send your food back to the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Because, you're worried about them doing something to it.
They're going to slam it in the microwave or
even if you're like,
worse.
So, and I've had an occasion to do that.
Sure.
If you're super nice to the, waiter or waitress and, just say, hey, I didn't order it this way. What do they really think about that? What are the chefs?
Well, different kitchens, different things. A lot of times, if somebody sends something back to me, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe that I ruined this. And it really bothers me. I want to send it out more perfect than it, what I
Than
thought
it already
in the first place. It was excellent the first time. You're just an idiot. So I've worked in other kitchens where, well, I'm not going to tell you because you may not ever go out to eat again. To tell you the truth, when I go out, I like to tell people, look, I don't mean to be a jerk.
Yeah.
But brace yourself because I'm about to be.
Yeah.
And then you can just tell them everything that you want because you told them, well, I don't mean to be a jerk. So you're not a jerk at all. But it's definitely a risque scenario.
I remember seeing, what's the name? The chef, the Nazi chef is what I call him. I mean, he's had a couple of different shows.
Chef Ramsay?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
No, I mean, I greatly admire. I saw one particular episode, and they were resurrecting a restaurant or trying to, and there was a table, and they were just complaining about everything, and the staff, they were doing their dead level best to try and create a meal that these people enjoyed, and they were just not buying it in any way, size, shape, or form, and he finally went out and basically said, you're really being a pain in the can. Maybe you should go someplace else for dinner. Bye-bye. I greatly admired that because there's got to be a crossover point. You're sitting down, you're paying your good money for a meal, and you want it cooked the way you want it. But then you get to be picky, and it's just, you're ruining.
I mean, there's a way of being, nice about it.
Yeah,
and,
Sure.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're just meant to go to Burger King and have it your way. That's
Yeah.
what it all boils down to.
Well, I don't want you to get anything on your nice-looking white outfit there, but we got to cut you loose, and you got to go to work. So thank you for dropping by, Kyle. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. My
Good
pleasure.
talking to
Thank
you.
you, Chef.
All right,
Kyle
cheers.
Parks is a chef and culinary instructor at L'École Culinary. And this particular segment is sponsored by Twisted Tree Steakhouse from the Sybergs family at Watson and Lindbergh in Sunset Hills. They just celebrated a 1-year anniversary not long ago. It's going strong there, according to Jimmy Cristo. You can contact him at 314-394-3366 or twistedtreesteakhouse.com. It's 8:45 here on the Big 550 KT.